Hello there.
Bienvenidos al programa. Me llamo Kevin y esto es Lisa.
Sure.
Tenemos muchas cosas para decirte en este programa.
Yep. Okay, glad we let you host this week, Kevin. It's going to be exciting.
Gracias.
Alrighty. Estás viendo Estudio 20 Vivo. Yes, hello and welcome to this week's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
I'm very excited I learned Spanish for this week's show.
I know. What, 3 more words? Well done, Lisa. I'm proud of you.
Yes, but I think we have to address an issue first and foremost. The elephant in the room, that's right. Not Mulga's elephant, though, that we have featured the last show, but the other elephant. Kevin and I wore the same colour pants.
Yeah.
Completely unintentionally, I have to add.
Yes, unfortunately, I would have to say to Lisa that I kind of wear the pants better.
Well, we'd like to hear from you. Who do you think is wearing the pants better? And in fact, who wears the pants in the studio is the better question. You can hashtag us at Studio20Live. So make sure you hit us up on the social media pages. But what have we got on today's show?
Today we've got E-Spot with Kat. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's right. We've also got the Pop-Up Boys, who are going to be talking about a pretty serious issue of terrorism.
And of course, we've also got Shortcut.
That's right. So it's going to be a big show. So please stick around. But first up, let's head to the news headlines with Zoph. What's making headlines today?
Thanks, guys. Here are the news headlines. Today, 4.3 million Scots will vote in a referendum which will determine whether or not they gain independence from the United Kingdom. The Yes campaign appears to be in the lead on Facebook. However, the polls are showing the No vote to be in front. A report by the Climate Council has found that future sea level rises could put $200 billion of Australian infrastructure at risk. In the report, sea levels were predicted to rise between 40 centimetres and a metre over the next century. The Victorian coast, southeast Queensland and Sydney are predicted to be the most affected. In further climate news, the Federal Treasurer Joe Hockey has described wind farms as appalling and critiqued them for ruining beautiful parts of Australia's landscape. He has been criticised by renewable energy company Infigen Energy for valuing aesthetics over a sustainable future. UOW has been ranked as a 5-star uni for student retention and full-time job attainment in the 2015 Good Unis Guide. Vice-Chancellor Professor Paul Wellings has said that this is the 14th year in a row that the University of Wollongong has received 5 stars for its graduates finding full-time employment. A Wollongong man, Jared Zankovic, has been named and shamed as Australia's biggest wanker. Currently employed as an art director in Surrey Hills, he was featured in the advertising magazine B&T, where he described himself, amongst other things, as a guy with a bit going on between his legs. He was publicly vilified for his comments on the website Reddit, with more than 570 comments being posted in less than 24 hours, mostly negative. The hashtag Team Jared has been established in support of the man. A group of Canadian golfers have had an unexpected encounter with a bear cub whilst golfing at the Mountainside Golf Course in British Columbia.
This is the greatest thing in the world. You are hilarious, buddy.
The golfers were able to capture on video the little bear twirling and dancing with the pin, an unusual display of playfulness for the normally shy black bear. That's it for this week. Back to you, Talissa and Kevin.
How cute is that little bear?
I know, just dancing away there.
On the
I could
pole.
watch it all week. I know.
Where did he learn that?
I don't know, maybe from his parents.
Maybe pole dancing comes naturally to bears. I don't know.
Who knows?
But with some breaking news now, some things that have been coming out of the news this morning, all over
Sydney and Brisbane, there have been reports of about 15 locations that have been raided.
That's right. The Australian Federal Police, as well as Brisbane and New South Wales Police Forces have banded together this morning as to foil some apparent terrorist activity that's been happening.
Yes.
Some planned attacks that may have taken place in Sydney if this morning's raids hadn't gone as successfully as they did. So
yeah, that had been taking place all over Sydney, from Castle Hill to Revesby.
That's right, and 600 police officers in New South Wales, 70 in Brisbane have been obviously raiding those houses this morning. We don't want to speculate on that too much, but we do want to let you know that the Police Commissioner Andrew Scipione has come out and said that the terror threat being raised to high isn't because of this one incident, but in fact the climate we live in. So some pretty serious stuff coming out this morning. We'll wait for more details about that though.
On a lighter note, we've got Lucy Rafferty with the Australian Student Leadership Association here on Limelight.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Lucy.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No worries. Now, you're a director for the Australian Student Leadership Association, or ASLA, as you guys refer to it.
Yeah.
We can refer to it now too. Tell us a little bit about that and what that means for UOW students.
So ASLA is an organisation run by the uni just about student leadership, so learning different leadership skills, learning how to be a leader, not just in your own field, but how to be a leader in your life generally, and it's open for all UOW students. We run lots of different programs. Our main one is actually the National Leadership Conference that's just coming up next week.
I'm very excited.
Excellent.
Exciting.
So for the average student that wants to show up, what would they expect to see there?
So it's a 2-day conference and it's run by students for students, so it's very different from the normal conference. We have keynote speakers, we have amazing activity workshops, and then on the Sunday night we have a gala networking evening, so we've got businesses from all over Illawarra and some people coming down from Sydney to come along. You get to network not just with other students but with the businesses as well. It's a really good opportunity.
Exciting. Now, it's quite a big thing, the Australian Student Leadership Association. Obviously that's national. Are people coming just from Wollongong to the event, or will it be?
No, we've got people from, so there are actually a lot from Wollongong, but we've got some from Queensland, we've got some coming up from Victoria, all over Australia. So there's lots of students. Wow. People are coming down from Armidale, they're doing the big, 19-hour bus trip or something like that.
So it's really exciting to have it here at UOW. Yeah. Wow, that's going to be really exciting. If people do want to head along though, where can they find out more information or get tickets?
So we have a Facebook page, so just find us on ASLA. We also have Twitter. We also have a website, so just type in S4S Conference in Google and it will come straight up. So tickets are $200 for 2 days, which is amazing because the conference is actually valued at about $3,000.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So you can, especially for UOW students, you can get funding off your faculty, or you can find sponsorship off a club like a Rotary Club somewhere, or if you're in accommodation they can sponsor you. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to come, and it's a really good investment in your future.
So now with the association on a UOW scale, I suppose, what else does the group do on the campus and for the students?
We do the Alive Leadership Program, which is amazing, and also the Elevate program with Year 11 students.
I think I did that in high school, so that was
really good.
Exciting.
Yeah.
We went with our SRC and a few other SRCs from around the area and people who hadn't done much leadership experience before. Do you think your organisation does help from the ground roots up, so with leadership?
Yeah, it definitely does. It makes people more aware of not just how they're behaving, but things like interview skills or public speaking. It just makes them more confident, well-rounded young leaders, which is important.
That's right.
Sounds excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your time here.
If you do want to check out more about the conference that is happening this week, or next weekend, is that right? Next weekend. You can head along to the Facebook pages. We'll make sure we pop them up on the screen for you. Thank you so much again for joining us, and I hope everyone heads along and enjoys the conference that's going to be happening. But next up, let's head to our next segment for the day. We are going to be talking about shortcuts. This is with Aideen, and she's just headed along with a local artist, so that's going to be very exciting for the next segment.
We teach urban, contemporary and graphic workshops here, and we also have an art supply shop, so we sell spray paint and different art materials. And then the other part is a design house as well. So we do workshops for kids aged 5 and up, and then we have adults classes as well and teenagers. So the workshops that we do for 10 and over usually starts with a audio-visual presentation, and we look at an artist who's working today and making their living from that style that we're teaching the students. And then, they just get like a 15-minute intro, see what's possible with that medium, what other artists are doing with it, and then they get a demonstration on how to use those techniques, and then the rest of the lesson they just get to play and experiment for themselves. That's why they come here. It's a warehouse. You make a mess here instead of at home, and we clean it up. We do get a lot of students who do want to do it as a career, and they're the ones that I really love to get in, because you can make a career out of art. It's hard. Get some toothpicks to keep your eyelids open because you don't get much sleep, but there are ways, and that's something that I'm always showing them artists who are doing it today, not artists who died 200 years ago and never sold a painting until after their death. So I'm showing them artists who are working today, unless they died yesterday, they're all still alive. And they're making the majority of their income from their art. A lot of them get to tour the world. They own houses, they have families, and showing them how you can juggle that work-life balance as being an artist, and also, still having those things like shelter, a car.
Well, what a cool story.
I know.
I think it's great how they're getting kids involved in art, because I know when I was a young kid at home, I'd make such a big mess, but going to a studio and working with professionals, they clean it all up for you, which
I know.
is kind of cool.
I think that will inspire a lot of people to, get into painting and drawing and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, like for example, myself, during that, when I saw that, I just felt like drawing you. If that's okay.
That's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Good to know that I'm now bald.
Isn't it a good resemblance?
It's Kevin. It's okay. No, it is a great piece of art there. Abstract, some might say. Interpretive.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's move right along to some better art.
Hey.
The painting behind, no offence, Kevin, but this is done by a professional.
Okay.
The painting behind us is Tegan Russell's. It was a winner at the Wollongong Art Gallery Contemporary Art Prize winner, so congratulations to her. It is called Execute. It's very colourful and fun, and if you want to get your art in the studio, there's a number of things you can do. As we said, we're featuring Mulga's as well. His is the little elephant beside us, but if they do want to get their art on the set, what can they do for us, Kevin?
They can contact us on Facebook and Twitter at #Studio20Live.
That's right. So make sure if you are a budding artist or someone who'd like to get their art featured on a television set, you do hit us up on that hashtag. That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yes, I know. But now it's time for us to take a break with What's On in Wollongong.
And we are back. Thank you for sticking around. There's some exciting things going on in Wollongong. You can check them all out. We'll pop them on our Facebook page as well.
I'm looking forward to Oktoberfest. I just
right.
love having lots of beer. Yeah.
You're a beer drinker?
Yes, I am. Like, those giant goblets and stuff?
Yep. I thought you were going to say goblins then.
Goblins? No. Those aren't real. Yeah,
sure.
Goblets and, what do they call again? Mugs?
Yeah.
I love them too.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to Oktoberfest together then, Kevin? I'd love to see you drink a couple of beers.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can you dress up in one of those outfits too?
I draw the line at that. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
That's right. You can drink the beer and I'll dress up then.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, so if you are interested, you can head along to Oktoberfest. It is happening in the end of September, which is kind of strange enough. A little bit early. Wish I was in Germany for that one, but that's all right. Here in Wollongong, there's stuff going on as well. Speaking of things that are going on in Wollongong, we have had the Pop-Up Boys walk around the campus this week, and they are tackling quite a serious topic of terrorism.
Finals will be subject to Australia's new security measures this weekend after the nation was put on a high terror alert for the first time.
The government is raising the public alert level to high.
John,
But not alarm.
the terror alert level's been raised to high. There's going to be an attack. What? We're going to die. Ah! Ah! What do we do? We're going to die. How? How?
Oh, Friends is probably on the other channel.
No.
Nah, definitely not.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think there's a major risk.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's worried at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be bombed or anything.
I think it's a load of crap.
The majority of the fighting we do is overseas, so, and the majority of it's peacekeeping anyway.
But I think it's probably going to get worse if we keep putting ourselves out there like we're doing at the moment.
With everything that's going on, we're more than likely going to have something.
I think that Tony Abbott is trying to find reasons to spend taxpayers' money in unsustainable ways.
We're kind of creating issues by creating enemies and labelling people as Islamic terrorists.
By increasing the terrorism attack, he was therefore able to justify sending troops to the war.
I don't think it's as big as what they're saying it is at the moment.
Very over the top for what's happening.
Is it at high? I don't know. Well, if it is at high, they've probably got good reason to.
No, definitely not.
At this current state, yes.
I don't really think it's necessary.
Definitely.
I think they haven't really told us why exactly it is, and I think if you know exactly why, then perhaps.
Unless they're not telling us something.
But we don't know why.
I think it can be justified if they explain it, but considering they're not explaining it, it shouldn't be justified.
As Tony Abbott said, it doesn't really affect the everyday person.
I think it's a scare tactic to try and get people to divert their attention away from more pressing political issues at home.
It doesn't really faze me, I guess.
We're gonna die.
Wow, so that was obviously filmed earlier during the week.
Yeah.
I wonder if people's opinions would have changed given in light of what's happened this morning. So interesting to see how that conversation unfolds.
Yeah, but now for a lighter note, it's eSpot.
That's right, with Kat, who is here with us.
Yes, this week again. So in global entertainment news at the moment, guess what? The Simpsons has just marked its 25 years officially running.
That's crazy. It is, isn't it?
It's like quarter of a century now.
Wow.
So yeah, to celebrate this milestone as America's most watched animated sitcom of all time, they're actually releasing a 304-page Simpsons family history book.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's gonna be complete with details of Homer from his growth as a little kid to now working at the power plant and just all the little details you might have missed if most of us haven't been able to watch every single episode. Yeah.
I wonder if there is someone out there that has watched every episode.
We should get that.
Yeah. They did have a marathon a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, in America.
I couldn't get through them. I used to sit through the Halloween episodes, but I could never go too long. Yeah, but anyway, they're releasing this book at the moment. So, yeah, it's going to detail all the stuff you might have missed. And you can grab a copy on Amazon.com, and you can pre-order that. It'll be coming out on the 23rd of September.
Oh, not too long away.
Yeah, $21 thereabouts. And it's not that expensive to, for a story that's become such a pop cultural phenomenon now. Yeah.
It's going to be something to look back in a few years' time. If they're still running, who knows?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
something to look back in a few years' time and maybe they'll release another one.
Oh, yeah, because so many of us have grown up with The Simpsons. I used to come home every day after school and, watch it at 6 o'clock on Channel 10. So
that's right.
I'm so happy it's still going.
They had such a small beginning on the Tracy Ullman show.
I
and now 26 years later after they, began, now they're doing Lego episodes and episodes with Family Guy and Futurama. It's
exactly,
really
all these
interesting.
celebrity appearances over the years.
Yeah.
So they're incredible, yeah. But also now in other global news too, Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling, a family, talking about families and whatnot, they've actually just had their baby girl.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, September
How did
12th.
they meet?
They met on set of The Place Beyond the Pines, so that was released in 2012, but they met back in 2011.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know they were together.
People didn't know they were together. People didn't know that she was pregnant, and the first time that the media caught on was 7 months in.
Yeah.
But I didn't even realise that she was pregnant until a few weeks ago.
Exactly. Well, there were rumours swirling around back in February because she was at the LA International Airport and she refused to go through a body scanner, and people were like, oh, that's a bit sus, what's she doing? So, and then later she appeared on Ellen and was just like, oh, I didn't want to do that because of the radiation, blah, blah, blah. So
radiation for what?
For your uterus. So she just didn't want to go through that. But whenever you see her out in public, she's always got big bags in front of her stomach and stuff. So
she's a gorgeous lady, and he is one of the most attractive celebrities.
Can you imagine their kids?
Their kid's going to be incredible.
Oh my God.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, a combination of Latino
I was kind of hoping that it would be a boy, and then Beyonce's daughter
Blue Ivy. Oh my god.
They could be together.
They would be like an empire. Yeah.
I know. I was just hoping for that personally.
Or maybe, or Prince George and Blue Ivy, maybe. That would be cool.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That'd be so great. Okay. On with the news. What else is happening? Because we could just go on about that
I know,
for hours.
celebrity matchmaking. But also, yes, in national news, this is really sad. At the movies, we'll be finishing up the December 9th now. So, yeah, Margaret and David will be retiring because they've been working together for the last 28 years now, doing the TV show. They worked together before on SBS doing the movie show, and then they moved off to At the Movies in 2004. So yeah, it's really the end of an era for a lot of us who've been faithful watchers of the show, to watch them review so many movies and bicker and argue about it, to, you know.
I'm sure many families are going to be very devastated about that news. I mean, I loved watching the shows and seeing, you know, one of them give a 5-star review and another one give a 1, and then saying it's a crap movie.
Exactly,
and, no, it's not.
and they just pick each other to pieces about it. So
exactly.
they'll probably do that now in their retirement homes. So
I don't also like to say, I'd like to see them maybe write like a book or do a big article about how movies have changed over the years too, like from their first movie review they ever did to now, kind of how things have ebbed and flowed in the movie industry.
Exactly,
writing and characters and things.
I love all black and white movies too, so it'd be nice to get a mix of both. But yeah, they've pretty much done every genre.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
which is pretty cool.
That's really lucky, just having a 28-year, you know, span with each other. I mean, most people would, you know, want to have a career that long.
Yeah, that's right. And to work with a partner for 28 years would be quite
it's really
a challenge.
Testament to their relationship too.
Definitely.
Yeah, but also now in national news as well, Big Brother is back again for another year. So yeah, that's been going on for just over a week now. The housemates are all in, got 16 new housemates, and this coming Tuesday they're actually going to be introducing a couple more new housemates. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Yes.
I think if I was on Big Brother, which I think I'd like to be on there one day. Yeah. I don't think I'd like to be an intruder.
No, that would suck.
That would be really
have
hard.
To like, scrape their way up to the top.
How do you want to be introduced into the Big Brother house?
What do you mean?
Like, would you want to be like a Beyonce impersonator or?
Well, no, because that would be terrible. I would never insult the Queen like that. No, I would just, I don't know. I've never really thought about it,
How long do you think you'd last?
I'm not going to speculate the whole way. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, who do you reckon's going to last, you know, the whole series?
Oh,
who's going to win? Who's the best personality?
I think people with
Travis cracks me up. I think he's hilarious.
People like Travis and Ryan and Jake, who've kind of got like those like chilled out, cool personalities.
Yeah, no bull, like just straight to the point.
That's right.
Yeah, because I feel like when they come with a bit of a hidden agenda, it can,
But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Now, locally, what's happening in the entertainment world?
Yes, that's right. Well, Folk by the Sea is back for its second year at the Kiama Showgrounds. And none other than our own Damien Leith is actually going to be headlining.
Yeah, which is kind of cool for a very local, you know, thing that's only been around for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's going to feature 35 national and international acts. So we've also got Mick Conway coming down, Beth Patterson, and a band called The Bottles, and they're from Sydney. They're like a folk punk band. They're coming down as well. So yeah, that's going to be a 2-day event from the 26th to the 28th of September. So you can all go online and buy tickets for that at www.folkbythesea.com. So it's going to be really a celebration of music and poetry and all live performances. So it's a really great way to bring that down, especially now that it's spring, it's heating up. People want to be going to the beach too.
Festival season.
Yeah, yeah.
Bring it on. Well, thank you so much for that, Kat.
Thanks for having me back again.
Cool to see what's going on both internationally and locally with entertainment news. Speaking of locally, this week, the wonderful Ranty Angie, she caught up with some pretty cool people, all about the rant for this week, which is talking with your mouth full.
Ew.
Hey guys, today's rant is about...
Say that again.
Hey guys, here's today's rant.
It really annoys me when people speak to me with food in their mouth. You can't hear what they're saying, and then you ask them what they're saying, and then you still can't hear what they're saying, and you feel really awkward asking them again, and they'll spit on you, and you're like, do I acknowledge that they spat on me, or do I just pretend it didn't happen, or do I make a joke about it? And it's a terrible situation, really.
If you have food in your mouth, don't talk, because it's disrespectful, you sound stupid, you're mumbling, and food's going everywhere. Just stop.
Well, I mean, I hate it when people have food in their mouth. Okay. Alrighty. Well, it comes to the end of the show at the moment. I mean, you were probably going to talk about the musical act, but I'll have to do it because we're not dealing with this any longer. So we've got Andrew in. He's from Beaver Creek, and here's his song called Morning Mick.
And you might think you are the bread and butter, but I like my toast in the mornings. And there you are with your a cup of Earl Grey, while my coffee pot is left cooling. Whoa. Whoa. And all day long I can hear people talking out loud, while my voice is lost in the crowd. And you might be a singer to my melody, thinking possibilities. I'm drinking honey tea. You will grind like a father to the band, and I wanna shake your hand one last time. It meant so much to me when you shared your symphony. You showed me how to read through the rhyme. Climb that stairwell, topple down the gates of hell. I wanna wish you farewell. You've climbed that stairwell and toppled down the gates of hell. I wanna wish you farewell. I think you are the bread and butter, but I like my toast in the mornings. And there you are with your a cup of Earl Grey, while my coffee pot is left cooling. Whoa, no, no, oh. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no worries.
That's a beautiful song. What kind of inspired you to write that?
It's actually about one of my dad's friends who was a really great influence on me. He sadly passed away this year, so I thought I'd write this song as a tribute to him.
It's beautiful.
It's nice. And what sort of inspired you to get into music?
One of my biggest influences would have to be my mum. She's like a music teacher, so she got me into music about 6 years old.
got my first guitar. So.
Wow, that's pretty young to start playing guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. So just taking it from there.
Yeah. And when did singing come into the mix?
I've always loved singing, but never really had that passion at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Like didn't have that drive. But then about 13, 14, picked up the guitar, started to sing, and put the two together.
So you are involved with the band Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
How's that going at the moment? Got anything coming up, and have you done any gigs recently?
Really good. Had a recent gig just before at the tennis club.
Mm-hmm.
It's a charity gig for domestic violence. It was really good. Lots of people came. Really good night. Had a great time. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's been great to have you. We are going to head off now. That's about all we've got for this week. But yeah, thanks for joining us at Studio 20 Live, and we'll see you next time.